Welcome. Do you want to live a life in power? I would love that. Not in order to rule over other people, but in order to change the world for the better. And it's not my own power, because I know that's totally on and off, but in the power that Christ won for us. This is CrossYoga, and it's Christ-centered yoga for everybody. So if you're new to faith, or if faith is something just not familiar to you, I'm sure you can follow along and still gain a lot of knowledge and inner wisdom throughout this class. Take a seat and let's begin. So a seat is whatever works for you. Then you can close your eyes, maybe rest your hands on your thighs or something like that. Inhale, if possible, through your nose and really fill your lungs full of air. Hold it for a sec. And sigh out through your mouth. And empty out the lungs before you fill in the lungs again. Deep breath, hold it for a second. And exhale. And then breathe more normally, more calm. If your mind is just in a bad place, you're full of emotions that are not really serving anything good, maybe you sigh out, or maybe you put those things into your empty palms if you face them up. Or it can be worries or anxiety for anything. No need to explain or excuse. Just put everything like a stone into your hands. And then you can bring the stones, the things that you have in your palms, actually to the empty tomb. So maybe you picture a tomb back in the days when Jesus was buried. It was most likely in a kind of a rock, kind of a hole carved into the rocks where they put a stone in front of it to close off the hole after the body was laid in. But what I'm going to share with you is actually the story about the empty tomb. So maybe you take these palms full of things and place them by this tomb, whatever it looks like for you, that is empty. You know, maybe what empty tombs means, it means there's nobody buried, nobody dead in there. Release. And just listen very briefly to what an angel, according to Mark 16, said when a woman was visiting the tomb. He said, "Don't be afraid. I know you're looking for Jesus of the Nazarene, the one they nailed to the cross. He's been risen up. He is no longer here. You can see for yourself that the place is empty." This is the Message version. In another version, it says very briefly, "He is risen." What does that mean to you? Now bring your right hand down on the floor to your right side and lift the left arm up overhead and go for a side bend. And as you lift up, you're going to twist to the other side. So bring your right hand to the front and left arm back. So we're going to do this a few times to that side. Arms up overhead, side bending to your right side. You might exhale. You might inhale as you bring your arms up. Exhale as you twist with a spine that's tall. Now, if you're not believing in the resurrection, just try any way to picture in this narrative of the Bible what it actually meant to these people back then and what it means to Christian people. Just use your imagination. Maybe there's something to gain for you as well. So Jesus was dead on the cross, innocent, accused. He was in the tomb for 3 days, and then all of a sudden, he rose up again. He defeated death. Go for the side bend to the other side. So lean your left hand down, stretch the right arm overhead. Reach up, twisting now towards your right side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. And then finish with the last twist. Get your wrists moving a little bit. And then make your way into your down dog or tabletop if you prefer tabletop instead of down dog. Spread the fingers wide so the pinky finger might be at the edge of the mat. And then lift your hip up and back and do your dancing down dog. He is not here. He is risen. Let's do a vinyasa, meaning coming into plank. Preferably on your knees. I would suggest lower down, elbows in. Maybe take your shoulders just a little bit in front of your fingers as you lower down. You don't have to come all the way down with your chest. Before you lift up in your baby cobra, tuck the shoulders back. Use the strength of your arms to move the hip up and back. Down dog. Do that a few more times. Inhale, planking. Exhale, low plank. Again, choose knee or toe. Inhale, cobra or your up dog where your hip is off if you want. Down dog, exhale. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Walk your feet to the top end of the mat and fold forward with a little bit of distance in between the feet. And shake things out, whatever you feel like is great to do. I'm going to guide you through a sequence, a little bit of longer sequence that we're going to repeat a few times through this class. Mountain pose. What does it mean in your practice today that Christ is risen? What does it mean for your practice today or your mood that Christ is risen? Now bring your arms up and let the thumbs point back. So you squeeze the shoulder blades a little bit back. Now, if you tend to go for a little bit of a back bend, that's fine. But as we move our arms to the front and do prayer pose with a little bit of distance from the chest to the hands here, you want to stretch your spine. You're going to lift up the right leg and kind of do a standing crunch. So you take the palms there down towards the knee, if possible. And then move into a lunge with a twist, if you can, in one big go. So I'm landing my right foot there, tuck the toes, and going immediately into a twist, either hovering here or the right elbow on the outside of the knee. Bring your hands back. Maybe you want to use a block here if the floor is far away. Take the right knee on the floor. Move the hip back. Fold over the front leg. I like my toes pointing up. Again, place the front foot down on the mat. Take the knee off the back knee. Turn the back foot into warrior two. So the hip, the shoulders, aligned with the long end of the mat. Bring the front elbow down on the thigh and bring the back arm up overhead for an extension here, stretch on the side of the spine moving up. And then you might try to continue with a bit of a twist. So your leg stays, but you extend the bottom arm there on your thigh out and try to see if you can get your shoulders somewhat aligned with the floor, or the arms move out with a kind of an airplane. The feet stays where they are. Awkward posture. And then you lean back, extend the front leg, go for peaceful warrior with the front knee extended. Half moon, so you will bend the front leg again. Maybe shorten the distance here for easier access to half moon. Right leg up, toes pointing in the same direction as warrior two. Stay here, or lift the right arm up as well. Gaze on the floor when you have seen what you need to see. Both hands down, lower down the back foot. I'm tucking my toes. Step back into plank. Lower down. Cobra or up dog, inhale. Down dog, exhale. That's the sequence. If you want to jump to the front, you bend your knees and jump softly to the top of the mat. Fall forward. Rise up. You might take the arms up overhead and then thumbs pointing back like a cross posture here. Palms together in front of your chest. This time your left knee lifts up and kind of do this standing crunch thing. Lunge with a twist, so left foot back. See if you can balance and twist towards your right side. Keep the thumbs somewhat in towards your chest so they're not hovering too far away from your shoulders and your chest. Release that posture, hands down, left knee on the floor, moved into runner's stretch, it's called. Front foot back on the floor, lift back foot off, knee off, warrior two. So get yourself up here so the heels are somewhat aligned. Gaze over the front hand. Bend the front elbow and lean forward. Then we're going to try navel in, bring the arms out. Again, be gentle. No need to go super low here. And then windmill your way around. Stretch the front leg as you lean back for a side bend here. Half moon. This time, left leg comes up, toes pointing up. Avoid crossing your legs if you have the tendency of doing that. Left arm up as well if you want to. Both fingers down. Put the feet down. Plank. Low plank. Cobra or up dog. Down dog. Repeat. Come to the front, fold forward. And before we do the sequence, get yourself into a mountain pose, maybe with your hands in prayer, whatever. What does it mean to you that the tomb is empty? He is risen. In your family situation right now. Maybe it becomes a prayer. Maybe it becomes something that you need to remind yourself of. Always welcome to pause the video if you need a moment more. Bring the arms out. You might exhale as you do this. Inhale, bring your palms together. Right knee up, exhale. Bring the right foot back, inhale. Twisting to your left, exhale. Bring the knee down, inhale, fingers on the floor, extend front leg, exhale. Warrior 2, prepare as you take a deep inhale. Exhale, get yourself into Warrior 2. Side angle, inhale. And stretch the whole side, exhale. Prepare that awkward airplane. Inhale, slowly move, maybe lean a little bit in, then down, exhale. Peaceful warrior, inhale, stretch the front leg, lean back, exhale. Gonna take a few more breaths in that balance half moon here, all the right side. Bring yourself down. I like both hands down before I close the hip. Inhale as you get into your plank. Exhale as you lower down. Inhale as you do into your cobra or up dog. Down dog, exhale. Come to the front. Inhale, jump or walk. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise up, high mountain. Exhale, thumbs, arms out to your cross pose. Inhale, palms together, prepare your left leg. Exhale, reach it up, crunching. Lunge with a twist, inhale. And twisting, exhale. Runner's stretch, inhale, knee down. Exhale, lower down. Warrior 2, prepare, inhale. And get yourself there, exhale. Stretching side here, inhale. And reach, exhale. Awkward airplane, arms out, inhale, maybe leaning forward, mindful of your knees, exhale. Peaceful warrior, again, extend the front leg, inhale. And maybe exhale as you lean back. Half moon. And lift left leg, maybe left arm, exhale. Take a breath. Again, lower down. If you don't want the plank to low plank all the time, you can just do down dog and wait until I get there. Exhale as you lower down, inhale cobra or up dog. Exhale down dog. Come to the front of the mat again. Fold forward. Again, mountain pose. A new topic here. Maybe you want to bring your arms out as I ask this question. This is for an open chest, an open heart. So what does it mean? That Christ is risen with a whole story in mind. For everybody you know that might be sick, physically or mentally, what does it mean? Christ is risen. Now inhale again, bring the arms up. Exhale, thumbs pointing back, open up your chest. Again, pause the video if you need to. Inhale, palms together, your right knee up. Exhale, last time through. Inhale, preparing our twist. Right leg back, twisting to your left, exhale. Knee down, inhale, runner's lunge, not lunge, runner stretch. Exhale down. Warrior two, inhale. Get there as you exhale. Side ankle, inhale. And exhale. Airplane arms, inhale. Navel in, exhale. Peaceful warrior. Exhale as you lean back. Half moon, all of right side, inhale. Get there and stay for breath, exhale. Vinyasa. Step back, plank. Low plank, exhale. Inhale, cobra or up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. To the front on your next inhale. Fold forward, exhale. Rise up, inhale. Arms back, exhale. Palms together, your left leg is going to be elevated. And breathe out as you crunch together. Lunge with a twist. Left foot back, inhale. Twisting to your right side. Runner's stretch. Knee down, inhale. And lean forward, exhale. Warrior two. Inhaling, getting your feet around. And exhale. Elbow down, inhale. And exhale. Engage the core. Bring the arms out, inhale. And maybe go a little bit low, exhale. Reverse your warrior. Peaceful warrior, same thing. Half moon. Left side up. And then lower down. Plank. Last time. Low plank. Glide into your cobra up dog. And then you might choose to stay on your knees. Get a little bit distance in between your knees and find child's pose or variation thereof. What does it mean in your story, all the good, all the bad, that happened, that Christ is risen? What does that mean with your story in mind?
And of course, it's okay to draw blank. Maybe you don't have a lot of thoughts on the questions I ask. Maybe you do. Come into tabletop, and then it's pigeon pose. So your right leg, or the shin actually, is going to be brought forward. Point your toes, I would suggest that. Some of you might choose to take the shin aligned with the short end of the mat, then your hip is pretty open. Instead of kind of pulling the foot forward, I'd rather just kind of move the back leg further back. Either stay here on your hands or on a block or come down. Now you can also incorporate a block under your hip. That would be, in this case, if your right leg is in front, under your right hip. A butt there to support. If you have any issues, you might just do this posture on your back, on your spine. Just bring the bent knee in, put the right ankle on the left knee, thigh. Breathe. And coming into whatever variation you want or shape you want before we do the opposite side. I like actually my down dog to shake things out. And now if you want to have more time in each of these postures stretching, because that's really what you want to, on YouTube there is this kind of a wheel thing that you find, and there you can either speed up or slow down the video. So if you want more time in each stretching posture, you can always slow it down, 50% down. I would be speaking slower than when I speak, but you'll be staying longer in each stretch. So you can do that, and you can even slow down the whole video if you want, if you think I'm teaching a little bit too fast. So know that option is there. But bringing it back to the topic. Again, I don't know if you believe in God or not, or maybe believe a little bit differently than I do. But what would it mean if Christ really did rise from the dead for your faith? If the story that Jesus was the Son of God, that he went to the cross for one of the purposes to defeat illness, death, despair, shame, and win the battle, so to say, by rising from the dead. What would that mean? In the way that you believe, in the way that you pray, if you pray. And then roll up, out on your left hip. And come down for a bit of rest. I will not take a long rest. Before resting though, maybe butterfly pose is what you need. So you just gather the soles of the feet and let the knees drop out. If you happen to be able to reach with your hands on the inner thighs, so welcome to do that. I themed this class Living in Power. And that is because when I think about the resurrection and how I believe that I can live in power, not my own female inner power or something like that, but in the power that God or Jesus won. The power that I see not in full here on earth, but I see a glimpse of it. And I can live in the hope that all bad things, all the illness, mental sickness, all these things that we are all struggling with in our friendships or our families or wherever it is, that will one day disappear. I have the hope that with Jesus Christ and prayer and psychology and all that, we can also heal here in this life. That is living in power. Living in hope and not despair. Gather your knees and then find your rest. Let the feet drop out a little bit. The hands rest on the floor. I like my thumbs pointing out to a bit of an opening in the shoulder. And then you might relax your whole face, your forehead, your eyes, your jaws. So you might open up your mouth a little bit. And maybe you picture the mat being God's power that you can rest in, find support in. And then I will finish this class. If you're ready to finish with me, you can start moving your fingers and wrists, your toes and ankles. Do your windshield wiper with your legs or hug your knees, whatever you like. And then slowly take a seat. And it's okay to be a little bit tired, but maybe mentally feeling more powerful in your heart, in your soul. From my heart to yours, Christ is risen. Blessings on your path.